everybody, this is Rob Shack, and we are going to be showing a little bit of the replay of this race. This is the special stage Route 11 all-night race, but it's really just 50 laps, so I had to make sure before the last race that it was not like hours and hours and hours, but it's only 50 laps. Not bad. It's actually one of my shortest endurance races I've had so far, probably partially because I was using the 787B, which is just amazing. So I was having to adjust, getting used to my slick tires because I had crazy hard tires for this race, not the life ones. The tires I had were really tough because I barely pit this race. I went into this race thinking that the AI were super tuned, but they were not. So that was good to know, but I didn't. It's better to be surprised that way than any other way. Yeah, so I really enjoyed doing this race. I enjoyed being involved in it. The R390 was really good. So was the GT1. That was the Corvette that just nailed the R390. The Corvette kept up with them for a bit. Then eventually he ended up in last, so I don't really know what happened there. Actually, I do know as it happens. The Corvette basically needs to pit way sooner than everyone else. Go figure. Ford GT40 like never needs to pit, which is hilarious because watch what he does. Well, he might not do it on this corner, but yeah, he does. So he just slams into the wall. He doesn't even brake there in time. Like not even close. So I think that's really funny that he never needs to pit because he is the only one who does anything like that. B holds strong for a while against the R390 in first and second, but eventually I obviously pass him because I win, but also he also eventually passes the GT1, which I mean makes sense because he's a tiny bit faster than the GT1. Corvette is already drifting back, and the Ford doesn't brake and just nails walls. The Ford GT40 ends up actually beating the C5R because the C5R needs to pit a whole bunch. But I feel like he would also beat him if he didn't have to. If he just didn't hit all the walls, then he would like be much more likely to beat him. It's really strange. Yeah. So I'll show a little bit of this race till the R390 probably gets up to the the 787B because I thought that was really interesting. Because eventually the R390 actually does pass 787B, and the 787B stays close with him. So this race was cool. There's a couple turns that people do poorly, as I'm showing you some of them. They just kind of like don't handle the fact that they need to turn. I don't know why, but there are certain corners that they just have problems with. So yeah, I tried to show some of that, but it's a pretty relaxed race. Everyone eventually just spaces out, and then you end up in the situation that it makes sense that they're in. Like 787B is way faster, but loses control on way more corners, and as a result of that, this R390 is able to beat him. Same exact thing happens with the Ford G. Well, it's not the same thing, but the Ford GT40 drives terribly, but never needs to pit, and so the C5R ends up being beaten by him. And the GT1 just chills in fourth, and that's it. He like never doesn't really do much after he gets passed by the R390. He just kind of sits in fourth, and that's about it for him. But so I'll probably show like maybe like 5-ish laps. Because it's not, I mean, nothing really big happens. Not that I never saw cars, little dots stop moving. It seems that there are certain corners that the 787B does better than the R390. There are certain corners that the R390 does better than him. And there's more that the R390 does better. So as a result, it's kind of obvious the 787B would eventually get passed. He pits a little less frequently than the R390, and then the GT1 is a little bit less frequently than the R390. By far, the soonest pitter is the C5R, and the guy who never needs to pit ever is the GT40, because like still has blue tires after 3 laps. So it's hilarious. The 787B does these last 2 corners so poorly, and I don't know what's going on with that. But then everything else he does really well. So it's really strange how they handle the 787B. The AI don't seem to handle him very well. He's going faster than the R390, and the R390 is drafting him, which I think is funny. So now he's officially passed him. But the 787B stays close for a while. It takes him a bit to actually not. Oh. Still not feeling very well, but I mean this is the same day as the actual race. I'm just publishing them on different days. But yeah, I'm still not feeling very longer in the race because of the fact that I don't feel very well. Think about what happens here. So that's how. Let's be on 7B actually passes. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I was wondering how he passed him back. He does a really good turn on that little past the chicane. So I'm like, there you go. I think 90's aggressive, but that's kind of a given. He's always been kind of aggressive. Curious about the 7B does this corner really poorly, so I'm very intrigued by what's going to happen. That's what I kind of expect. I find it funny that the GT40 never needs to pit, given that he's the least in control of his car. My best time was like a 142. Y'all can check out the race, and you can see where that happens. But yeah, 142 is pretty good for me. I don't really do this. I'm not like a super try-hard with getting like the perfect time, because I don't think I could do it. My controllers are too old, and it's like, nah. So, I'm pretty happy with the 142, and I think I'll actually take myself out of the thing now because my throat hurts, so I don't want to talk too much. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the support. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the ways that you have liked and commented and subscribed, and just I really enjoyed knowing that people like this game still. It's been a fun time. So enjoy watching the battle between the 787B and the R390, because that's kind of the best part of this to me. And y'all have a great day. Be sure to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for the support, and have a great day.